going on, everybody? It's Marcus, aka DJ Nova. What if I told you you could have the answers to pretty much anything you wanted in life? We're going to talk about that and a little bit more. Talk to you in a second. What's going on, everybody? It's Marcus, aka DJ Nova. Welcome to another edition of A Moment with Marcus. As we're talking about open book tests. What if you had the answer to pretty much any question you had? Whether you should move to a city, not move to a city, buy a car, not buy a car. What if you could have the answer to who you should get involved with, not who you should get involved with? If you're like me, went down that rabbit hole one too many times and wish you had the answer to that question. When we were in grade school, we used to have open book tests. The teacher would tell us, hey, we got a quiz next week or whatever it is, and it's going to be an open book test. You'd be like, oh man, easy cake, I got this, right? Why? Because you had the answers. There was confidence, right? Whether you went to the glossary or whether you went to whatever chapter it was, you could find the answer, right? So I'm not saying I cheated in school, but there were some times where I was in a bind. And let's just say that I needed a little help. So I went and got it, right? Don't look at me in that tone of voice because you probably did it too. I can't be the only one, right? Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I have for you. So if he knows those plans, why not go ahead and get those answers if you could? Book of Deuteronomy tells us that he sets up for us life and death, blessing and cursing. But then he gives you the answer and says, choose life. So if he's giving the answer, why not take that answer? It would be no different if somebody were to give you a stock tip and be like, you know what, this stock is on the rise. I mean, people do it all the time, right? You go online, you Google something and like, hey, this guru says that this stock is going to do this. Hey, you might want to jump on that. Matter of fact, had I known that GameStop was going to do what it was going to do, I would have jumped on that, but I didn't. Again, don't look at me in that tone of voice, right? So it would be no different if you went to your mom or dad and you asked them for advice. And they give you advice, and then you take that information and you decide what you want to do with it. Most of the time, you will probably take that advice and do whatever it is that, you know, they're instructing or giving you the inside tip on, right? The only reason you may not do that is because you don't trust that individual. That's really what it boils down to, is trust. Aha! So how do you build trust? Let's say you're in a new relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, job with a new boss or whatever. Let's say you got a new puppy, you got a new dog. I'm a dog person, so how do you build that trust? How does that dog trust you? The only way that relationship gets stronger is if you spend time with that individual. Time builds trust. That dog spending time with you, you spending time with that dog, you learning each other. The only way it's going to happen is with trust. The only way that's going to happen is if you spend time with an individual. I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I don't. But I can turn to an individual that I trust that has never given me wrong information and has pretty much got a proven track record that the information that he gives somebody is pretty much gold. I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this lake. Kind of like it out here. If you're ever in Prescott, Arizona, come out to Weston Lake. It's pretty cool. Not livestock, livestock. Got like ducks and geese and all that type of stuff, man. It's pretty cool. Might be able to do some fishing out here if you're into that. Do some hiking. Catch you in the next one. It's been A Moment with Marcus. Peace.